Welcome you all to YouTube and Tea Time with Madison Christine. There's this kind of mellow energy the wind picked up before we just got on together here. So I want to talk about this topic around simplicity in healing. Simplicity in and healing. And of course, when I speak, this often can come from a resolve for me that comes through as medicine for you, as wisdom that became medicine for me as well. That's what this one feels like today. I've been thinking about a lot of healing and psychological modalities and how much they can come across so in such a bombardment kind of energy in a way. Someone's got the answer, someone always has the answer, right? Have you felt that where you'll get on Facebook or social media or look something up and it's just like every single person has the answer? Now, granted, anyone can have an answer that worked for them, right? I can definitely tell you what worked for me. And I'm here also to share YouTubes and work with clients and offer a really true grit, free yourself kind of therapy and healing. And of course, my voice is around being real. There's an edge. Let yourself get freaking pissed. Let yourself feel through things. You know, I am not afraid of pain. I am not afraid of hate. I'm not afraid of any of that. What gets scary, let's say with hate, is when someone stays there and doesn't utilize that to move forward. But for us to fear anything that is human means there's just a growing opportunity there, right? And I believe that there's a lot of therapies and modalities that are keeping people in the head and not really getting into the core. And you wonder why people are paying more and more money to go to the next seminar, the next saving place that takes them outside of themselves anyway. So of course I'm here to bring you back into yourself and to remind you that true healing is not a Hallmark card. It's not a seminar and it's all over. It's not here to make you feel worse about yourself when it didn't work. It's not a 21-day promise. It's, like I've said before, a fierce commitment to self, right? To our hearts, to whatever spiritual practice you feel resonant with. And you guys, truly, when I think about all the addictions I worked with, or eating disorders, or anything, is it about the addiction? No, it's about the cause underneath. Those are all symptoms. So like, let's say you have a lot of eating disorder clinics. And granted, again, nothing's black and white. Some of these things could save a person's life just to get them into a safe place to start a network, right? But I do want to speak to this. When people look to just get help in eating disorders or just get help in addictions, it is very, very common that they'll continue to chase their tail like a cat the rest of their lives until they get to the core. Those are all symptoms of a core wound, you guys. How do I know? I've been there. When I first got diagnosed with anorexia, I had the opportunity to see some male professor that was apparently one of the best eating disorder therapists in the Washington state or whatever. And I had the opportunity to test my own energetic wisdom. And I remember I was like, oh, I had 5 minutes in that office with him and knew that wasn't going to be my solution. The energy did not feel right. It did not feel deep enough for me. So I was able to activate my own strength and say no, no matter what was recommended to me. And I found a therapist who had no expertise in eating disorders, but she had an expertise in life, in love, in facing wounds and healing them, and took me to my core, helped me to my core. She didn't take me there. She provided love and had enough depth to help mirror the fear of abandonment stuff that lied underneath that. So I really feel passionate about being careful with, if you really want deep healing, you've got to find someone who's been there themselves, who can really meet you there, and who simplifies. You guys, when we get stuck in the mind, there are so many modalities. My head spins. Even going through the master's program in therapy, I wanted to punch walls half the time because he was turning, it's like taking a tree and trying to tell it to go take a walk to the mall and figure itself out. It made no freaking sense to me. It would spin me in headaches rather than, what about a tree that's sick? You just get to the core, find out what's going down in there, right? And then the healing can happen naturally. We all know how to heal inside, you guys. We've just gotten so far from our core. And then we have these things called healing modalities, and that take us even further, because when you don't feel good enough, what do? The power goes out there. And then you wonder why you're spending so much money on therapy for years and years, and seminars for years and years. And then you're left feeling worse and worse about yourself. And then you're in a guilt complex. I love Tori Amos's line, I have enough guilt to start my own religion. Like, you guys, I want to be part of someone who's putting a hand out and stopping that train and bringing it back to that wisdom. The feminine goddess spirit is passionately asking to help bring us back in, you guys. Nature, instinct, watch those animals. They know how to heal. We know how to heal. And I myself, who knows this deeply, can also get sprung into that world. Like, if I have a client and something comes up and I start feeling, how do I help this? I want to be the best therapist. That's when I step back and just attend to my panic and go, wait, down deep, how to meet someone genuinely and help them access themselves. That's true, genuine healing. The other stuff can create an intoxication and a high for a while, but I promise it'll always come back to that core wound, that inner child, asking to be connected to, asking to be held, asking for those fears to be heard. Let's let ourselves be human, you guys. Let's let ourselves feel sad when we feel sad. That's how we allow the energy to move. And I know I've talked about that many times, and will continue to. So, simplify. Simplify. How do we simplify? Here's a number one to that. If you're feeling like you're spinning and you're not feeling good enough, and this modality you're working at, whether it's spiritual, psychological, it's just frustrating you, and you genuinely want to heal, I would just say, step back. Drop the modality and come back in. Let's just go back inside yourself. And just honor that you do want to heal, and that intention has been set. And you are healing. And maybe what will help you the fastest is just to let go. And remember yourself. Remember, you are unique. So a lot of those things, it's not a one size fits all. Well, it's put out that way. But if it's not working for you, that's okay. Perhaps that was there to help you drop that and to go deeper in. And you set an intention for healing and you open yourself, you will get answers, and it will come easy and quickly. Let me add to that. Sometimes they won't come quickly, but they will come in the right timing for you. And if that's the case, that means you're just cultivating more strength inside your being, more patience. So let's simplify. You know how to heal yourself. You know. Number 2, simplicity is met with love, respect, and warmth. So if you're seeing a therapist or a healer or a friend who's playing that role with you, are you feeling uplifted? Are you feeling encouraged, no matter how confused you are, no matter what dark space you're in, no matter what addiction you're dealing with, or whatever it is? Are you feeling loved and held and cared for? That is beautiful healing and simple. If you're feeling like you're just simply not good enough in those healers' eyes, or you just can't get it right and they're frustrated with you, double check that. Because someone who, and again, we're all human, we all get frustrated no matter what role we're in. But that's that person's job to take care of their own stuff. So that is another thing around simplicity. So my encouragement is take a look at your life, and if you're someone who's really wanting evolution and healing, what are the things that are bringing more love to your life? What are the things that are uplifting you? That's the simple stuff. What are the things that are not uplifting you, that you're feeling more judgment from, that you find you're just more in a shameful rat cage? So those are some 2 ways to distinguish that. Let's let this incredible feminine spirit do this healing. I really suggest even calling on that if you're someone who really wants more simplicity and ease in your life, no matter how much pain you're in. It doesn't have to be so hard, you guys. It really doesn't. It's really about just asking and intending more love to help wash this stuff. It can be exquisitely painful, but it doesn't have to be a suffering. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening. It's such an honor, such a pleasure. And I am with you on this delicious energy of simplicity, which does bring clarity. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week. Meet you on the flip.